Welcome back everybody, it's DestinysJesus here. Today we're going to be breaking down MITR0's gameplay and a couple unique things that he's doing to be so successful with W King. W King has been a huge part of the EU meta for a long time, and with all the formats of the Cash Cups and FNCS at the moment, to be successful you need to be good and proficient at W King. I'm looking at his setups and a couple tips and tricks that he's doing to start fights and also finish them quickly. Here he always plays for damage. He doesn't want to actually commit into a fight without getting a decent chunk of damage first, and with this double skies tag, he's happy with taking the fight. He doesn't want to fully commit, however, until he gets that shield tag or enough damage done where he's comfortable taking a 50-50. Just because the amount of controller players and stuff like that, you don't want to commit into an Angel 50-50 until you're ready. There he gets the 25 tag, checks he's not going to get third party, and he sets up this nice tip that Speedy Gonzalez did a while ago. Rocket down, gets that big tag, and gems disengages down below. And this is a very small thing that MITR0 does with positioning, is when he comes up here, he stands towards the front half of this box, the front third basically, and it allows him to phase upwards up the ramp and finish off gems, which is trying to ramp over him. Set up the RPG, all you do is jump up like this, RPG in the back corner, you live just like that. And for the other person, it looks like just like this, they wait to get near it, the other person just falls down straight onto them. Alright, in this next clip we're going to see MITR0 do the exact same thing. He's playing a line of sight around this choke point zone where people have to come in towards him, playing line of sight behind this hill, and gets his massive beam onto snagged. At this point he's happy to commit after that double white tag, sets up the rocket exploit, goes straight in, and wins the angel versus the pump. He doesn't actually want to commit into that angel until he has that massive amount of damage done to start the fight. Right, in this next clip we're going to see MITR0 come in for a third party situation over at Lighthouse. He doesn't actually know any info about these players yet, he hasn't heard a shield crack, doesn't know what the HP is, doesn't know what guns they are, so he's going to approach it quite cautiously. Always coming from above to start the fight, and here he starts looking for damage, start looking for players, and figure out where they're hiding. Here he catches his player, cautiously round peeking around this door here, and he gets a nice trade tag from across the hallway. He always keeps this massive amount of distance between people that he doesn't actually know what their HP is before committing to a fight. There's nice map awareness here, he realises, oh, there's a window here, maybe I can go for a shot. Other player realises. Again, trying to look for the window, and this is where MITR0 sets up. And this is what I'm talking about, right? He always sets up from this great distance here, so when this other player's shambles and low, trying to get these counter pumps, even if he was to get a shot across, he doesn't get any damage. MITR0 now gets the couple white tags, knows the player's going to be low, and he commits to this close range fight. Comes in, realises exactly where he's set up. Piece control as he gets in. Nice shots as he comes around. He always sets up from that long distance without overcommitting to the actual fight. And then as soon as he actually gets that shield tag or he catches some white, then he goes in, finishes the fight. This is basically how MITR0 approaches a third party situation. He doesn't want to commit straight into the fight because he doesn't know what health or what shields or what guns other players have. So he approaches from a distance, catches this player who's low, who's trying to isolate. And then here, the other player goes to the wall replace and he actually just gets out. He doesn't want to try holding the wall versus somebody that could be zero ping. MITR0's obviously not on flat zero like some other players. He doesn't try to hold the wall, he gets out, makes space. But as soon as he sees that player getting sniped, he goes instantly under aggression. He comes in here and he phases up. Basically, you just stand up through the floor on the cone and he gets straight in and takes them out quickly. It's 2 free kills for him. In this next clip, MITR0 uses a nice use of the crouch mechanic to get an unexpected peek on the other player, as well as just good fundamentals of piece control. Here he's setting up and he always wants to make sure that he's grabbing everything, but he doesn't want to commit into that bad angle down there. So he restarts the fight from above. Places this, waits for the trade with good crosshair placement, waits, gets that shield tag, and this is where he baits out this big bot. He's actually just baiting this big bot to try to get a peek. Other player comes out, which fully boxes here, cancels the mini, nice little mini bait, and then this is the use of the crouch mechanic. He crouches just here and then crouches up. So Sam Oxley, from this perspective, wouldn't even be able to see MITR0 as he was crouched down. Crouches straight up and gets that shot off. When the opponent is pressuring from above and they're far away, end like this, and then stand up and get that crouch peek from the above. What it looks like from the other player's perspective, crouch, and then stand up. Alright, in this next situation, MITR0 has just come out of Shambles fight over in the Storm at Shark. He knows Frey is going to be kind of Shambles just based on the fact that they're both involved in this fight. He sets up with his piece control here, gets the double edit, and gets the tag and shield check on Frey as he drops down. At this point, he doesn't actually want to commit to the fight, so instead he just sets up from a distance and goes for SMG spray. SMG is unique because it reloads fast enough where the other person can't ever get a mini off, right? They can barely even get a fish off, which obviously Frey has a lot of. There's a couple white tags in through here. Waits from a whole distance and tile away for the person to peek, and he's at this nice right angle with a ramp, get 3 tags, and win the fight. In this next clip, we'll look how MITR0 is able to aggressively look for a pick and a refresh opportunity through good box fighting fundamentals and also being proficient with his setup. Right here, he's trying to move into fifth zone, comes in and gets a shield crack on Savage, just there, and he sets up knowing that he wants to go for the kill. He gets this open wall replace here, has a nice angle to left hand peek, or right hand peek onto Rojo, and he knows that Savage isn't going to re-peek. So he sets up here, wall replaces, gets that big shield tag, forces a cone, which is the crucial part. He forces a cone from a right hand peek. From Rojo's perspective, even if he was looking the right way, he can barely see MITR0 right hand peeking really nicely. Swings close, and then swings tight with a bit of crouch spam, picks up Rojo to get all the mats and a pad late game. MITR0 again stalking his prey, looking for that damage before he actually pushes and engages. Here he wins a little bloom battle, gets a 337 tag, and then gets that 70 tag there to actually commit himself to pushing into the fight. He grapples over, and this is a very big mistake that a lot of players make, is when approaching the 2-bar and just like this, you don't want to approach from this long side. When you approach from the long side, the player can counter peek you pretty easily. They can either crossbox peek you, or they can just right hand peek you between where the 2 walls are. MITR0 approaches from the short side, which is the correct way of doing it. Short side just like this, takes his piece control here, takes this extra wall in the middle, and now Mad Rat Gamer 123 is completely fucked and can't really do anything, and he wins the shotgun trade just there. Alright, in this next clip we're going to see MITR0 do the exact same thing. He's going to play for that damage, and he's going to sit up on the wall in the exact same fashion. Gets that 370 tag to start, comes over and secures high ground, sets up on the right hand peak as he swings, exact same setup here, sets up and right hand peaks, and in this situation he forces a stare. This stare force, as well as taking the wall at the same time, is pretty big, because now Minzo can't peek out and he's quite nervous about peeking. He tries to peek forward, and you can see how he can't see anything here, whereas MITR0 can get this free shield crack on him. Comes in, sprays through and gets that Elim. This setup that MITR0 defaulted to a lot of times over was this double cone, place this wall here, and then I'll force this stair from this right angle. Always can do some bricks, so when you come for the wall, it's hard to see through from the other player's perspective. Now when you edit, you can have a nice right hand peek and get a chunky bit of damage on the other player. What this looks like from the perspective of the person inside the box is they're trying to hold their wall, they get that crouch stair, now they get their wall taken, and they can't really do anything. So here I can't do anything, can't really get the wall, and it's a left hand peek even if I do get the wall, try to come out. Alright, in this final clip you can see again, MITR0 gets that damage and it's so easy to do with the Scar, however you can do this just as easily with a couple tags of Blow AR. Now he commits into the fight. You can see one thing that he does on this approach different than normal, is as soon as he knows that player is healthy like this, he actually resets the fight from above. The other player's probably popped a Slurpfish or something, and he blocks off this escape option. Being aware of the other player's escape option as you're committing to a box fight is huge. Here he knows the other player's going to act aggressive and come towards him. He blocks off that immediate wall, and that forces him into a nice peek for MITR0. He's able to right and peek twice and win the trade just like that. Alright, thanks for watching everybody. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed the content or learned anything new from watching MITR0's gameplay. And also make sure to subscribe, since I know about like 69% of you aren't subscribed at all. I'll leave a link to MITR0 socials as well, and make sure to join my Discord where you can talk to a bunch of people who want to get better at competitive, and also ask me questions if you have anything that you want to know or find out more about.